Hello. How's shit going? Oh, I thought it was actually. Hang on. There's a nice song popped in, but it's only in my headphones because I stopped screen sharing. Unfortunate. Anyways, tonight we are going to read the website of famed filmmaker Vincent Gallo, the creator of the film Brown Bunny. Yeah. Oh, before we start things off, I do want to say R.I.P. Needs Gore the channel, but long live the king, Need Gore the channel. Long live the king. The king is dead. Long live the king is back. Awesome. Good to see you in the channel, Need Gore. Anyways, before we go into the Vincent Gallo shit, because it's been a while since I've read it, but there's crazy shit in that website. It's awesome. He's a fucking crazy man, and it rules. But damn, I don't know if I. Well, it's probably my history, so I've got a few funny videos. Let's find them. I'm sure everyone's aware of the fuck. Actually, we might go into some MGTOW shit too tonight. That might be fun. Or not MGTOW, Black Pill Kids. You know. All y'all know about Grand Theft Auto 5, right? One of the you know how the PlayStation 2 had 3 Grand Theft Autos, and the Grand Theft Auto 5 has had 3 PlayStations? That's pretty interesting to me. I thought I put this in the oh well, I didn't, I guess. I'll have to just find it. But there's this fun scene where the character Lamar roasts the player character Franklin, and it's a pretty fun scene. And that's becoming a meme lately. And the here's coming up as the penultimate edition of the meme, where just the regular MGTOWs are slightly different in that they are better. They're focused on self-improvement, whereas black pills are kind of fuck it alls. It's the right way to be. Hopefully I'm in focus. I'm using my DSLR setup tonight. I should actually hang on. Also, finally started setting up posters. Hell yeah, dude. Gunsmith Cats, my dude. Anyways, yeah, no, all right. You definitely know the difference, Sam. I trust you on that. Jesus. Anyways, let's share the screen. This is a very fun little video. It's the actual actors from the game playing the characters. So it's a very fun little bit.
What's up? Can a low come up in your crib?
Man, fuck you. I'll see you at work.
Oh, nigga, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, nigga. Maybe you got rid of that old yee ass haircut you got. You get some bitches on your dick. Oh, better yet, maybe Tanisha will call your dog ass if she ever stop fucking with that brain surgeon, the lawyer she fucking with. Nigga.
What?
I love that so much. That's a great scene, first off, but it's also such a great recreation of that scene. And it's the actual voice actors. I think they did mocap too. And everything is fucking just so perfectly recreated. Even the set looks kind of the same, which is great. Hang on. It's probably in my roast, or not my. Jesus, not roast. That's a roast video. Here's a funny one too. Hang on. But the ones I saw. I mean, you saw the Yakuza ones, which are very fun. This is a very funny one. Before we get into Vincent Gallo. Hang on. Jesus Christ. Okay. God damn. Okay. Anyways, this is a fun one where it's they replace Lamar with the dog, which I don't know. There's a joke there. I don't know how to make it, to be honest. Son of a bitch! Really? Are you really doing this to me? Okay, there we go. Oh, there we go.
Get out of here, Chop. Back home.
Oh, nigga, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, nigga. Maybe you got rid of that old yee ass haircut you got. You get some bitches on your dick. Oh, better yet, maybe Tanisha will call your dog ass if she ever stop fucking with that brain surgeon, the lawyer she fucking with. Nigga.
Bitch ass bullshit.
I love that at the end. That's so fucking funny. Hang on, there's a comment. Is this what happened to Justin Bieber? You realize he's still incredible. Are you calling me Justin Bieber? Because that would be a compliment. He's incredibly successful and, from what I've heard, massive dong. Anyways. Let's see. Anyways. A couple more videos and I'll probably... Oh, there it is. That's what it is. Fuck, where'd it go? This is a good one. As y'all know, I'm a big fan of the Yakuza series. Big fan of the original game's English dub. And I'm so glad... I'm not going to spoil. Y'all should play Like a Dragon, which I have yet to play, but I've seen some stuff and it's great. Anyways, this is that scene again.
It's been a very bad day.
Man, fuck you. I'll see you at work.
What the fuck? Let me ask you something. Do you even listen to yourself when you open your mouth? What a pain in the ass. I'm gonna ask you one more time. You retarded or just deaf?
He said the line.
Fuck you. I'm not as stupid as you. Don't take it personally.
What?
Oh, this is a good one too. I don't know if we should play it, the upcoming video, but let's do a little.
Can he drive?
Wait, that's not it. God damn it.
Can he drive?
Hang on.
You know what DK?
There we go. That's it. Great mashup. All right, that's enough of that. I don't want to get popped. Anyways, maybe one more. There's some good shit. Actually, we should probably, let's go to Vincent Gallo. Or Gallo. I don't fucking know how to pronounce his name. The brown bunny, the guy who fucked Chloe Sevigny. I believe that's her, right? Brown bunny guy. Anyways. His site, from what I remember, is fucking crazy. Share idea just in case there's some. Who knows? I don't think there is. But yes, the official VincentGallo.com. Oh, the official website for Vincent Gallo by Vincent Gallo. As you can see, it's a website that would absolutely be at home in, I'd say, 2005. Or actually, no. I'd say actually circa 2003, this would be fucking amazing. But let's see. Acting. Let's see what he's done. April. The Brown Bunny. Now that is a legendary movie, quote unquote. It's when he was fucking Chloe Sevigny at the time, and he actually fucked her on camera, basically. It's one of those legendary actual sex scenes, like actual sex captured in a movie. But the craziest shit that I remember is his classifieds. That's a good one. We'll save that. Photographs. That might have some fun shit. No, this ain't gonna be good. Biography. That's going to be wild. Vincent Gallo biography. Vincent Gallo. Remember, he wrote all of this. So, Vincent Gallo, American-born, Buffalo, New York, 1961. Left home. Moved to New York City in 1978 and began playing in the experimental music group Grey with artist Jean-Michel Basquiat. After leaving Grey, he formed the band Bohack and recorded the highly regarded avant-garde industrial noise album, It Took Several Wives, which honestly I might actually check out. Sounds cool. I like noise albums. During the same period, Gallo also became known in New York City for his unusual street performances, which were spontaneously executed in public and also witnessed by invited guests in the know. The One-Armed Man, The Man with No Face, Sandman, Boy Hit by a Car, Boy Cries in a Restaurant Window. That's my favorite one, to name a few. These radical public performances were upsetting and disturbing, and they were meant to provoke thought, self-reflection, and consciousness. Gallo's invited guests could witness his performance's impact in this larger public context. So he's kind of the original IRL streamer, just without streaming. One invited guest, New York Underground filmmaker Eric Mitchell, cast Gallo in the lead as the lead in his film The Way It Is. Oh no, Arthur. Arthur Morgan, no, don't. Well, y'all know what happens to Arthur. Don't get tuberculosis, Arthur. Anyways, alongside newcomer Steve Buscemi. The Way It Is was Gallo's first appearance in a feature-length film, though previously he had directed himself in several short films, including If You Feel Froggy Jump, The Gun Lover, and Rocky X, as well as the collaborations with filmmaker Michael Holman, Vincent Gallo as Jesus Christ, used in Julian Schnabel's Basquiat, and Vampire Lestat. Since his early performance art days, Gallo has continued. I can't even say I'm drunk yet. I haven't opened. It's a Steel Reserve. Not a sponsor yet, but inshallah, my friends. Anyone talking in the chat right now? Well, you can check me out singing on the last episode of the Ding Dong Show. I sung a bit of what the fuck was it? It's a song I really enjoy too. My memory's shot, so fuck. Oh, because the night I sung a little of that, and was appropriately made fun of. Anyways, if you feel targeted, since his early performance art days, Gallo has continued to create very conceptual performance pieces. Every time he fillets himself, I'm going to take a sip of this. I guess it. Examples are a series of protesting of protests. Gallo has also created his own website, which upon closer examination is actually a highly conceptual artwork, resonating with his early performance art. I mean, I should, for that amount of self-fellatio, I should absolutely just chug this. But I won't. All right, peace, Sam. Ooh. On his website, vincentgallo.com, in the merchandise section, Gallo is selling his sperm and sexual fantasies as conceptual work. Gallo's internet art questions celebrity, procreation, ego, social agenda, and views of religions, race, sex, and sexuality. These public offerings are motivated by extreme sensitivity, concept, and thoughtfulness. However, their presentation appears crude and offensive. Misinterpretation of this work is common, and Gallo is often, incorrectly, categorized as a racist, sexist, homophobe. Gallo has had over 25 one-man shows of his paintings, including several with famed New York art dealer Anina Nosei. I don't know how to pronounce it. I believe it's Nosei? Probably Nosei. And 4 museum shows, including one at Hara Museum in Tokyo, Japan. God damn, this is a good idea. Gallo has also released several musical albums, including 2 on the prestigious Warp Records label, Win and Recordings of Music for Film. Gallo wrote, composed, and performed the original music for the film Buffalo 66, The Agent, and Promises Written in Water. Again, I'm not going to check these out. In the 1980s, Gallo reached the professional level of Grand Prix motorcycle racing, though he did not win a national championship. I'm going to do a half of that because that was like, oh, shut the fuck up. Gallo, here we go. Gallo is one of the actual motorcycle riders in his feature film, The Brown Bunny. Excuse me. I don't know. Are there not? I thought there were at one point. Anyways, for many years, Gallo has been known and highly respected in hi-fi and music recording circles and is considered by many professionals in the field as having world-class knowledge and experience. This is a great fucking idea, dude. Jesus. He has been published many times by specialty magazines focusing on high-fidelity designs and equipment, as well as music recording techniques and equipment. Jesus. How's the sound, by the way? We doing good? Speaking of. Jesus. Man, Steelers hits you hard with the burps. At least me. It hits me. Jesus. His collection of vintage hi-fi and recording gear, as well as musical instruments, is amongst the largest and most refined in the world. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. And the next one. Gallo is also a fanatic record collector, owning over 35,000 vinyl LPs. Vinyl LPs, apologies. Gallo has no agent, manager, assistant, or intern, and he makes his films without producers. Gee, I wonder why. And with extremely scaled-down crews. He has self-distributed his movies and is directly involved in his film's sales for distribution. Gallo has also created all of his films, trailers, and posters. Jesus. Gallo is one of the most misunderstood, misquoted, misrepresented talents in the past 25 years, and a brief review of his IMDb page suggests he has also been incredibly prolific. Jesus. Me or Gallo? Because I think probably Gallo's a better representation of Spielberg than I am at this point. In terms of talent, of course, at least. I mean, look at this writing. Jesus. Let's go to merchandise, maybe? Or classifieds? Classifieds, let's do it. This is a good one. Oh, man. It's been a while. The following is a list of... Oh, Jesus. This was such a great idea. I'm going to ruin all of my workout that I've been doing in the past fucking couple weeks. Just with one fucking steel reserve. This rules. The following is a list of items I, Vincent Gallo, am looking for. Honestly, I should probably do the drink every time he also mentions his own fucking name in third person. I have been known worldwide to pay top dollar for collectible items, which I had interest in to buy. The following is a list of items I am currently seeking. Let's not turn this page into a waste of my time, or I will never direct another film. I love this. This fucking rules. Most of the items I am looking for are rare, and I want them badly. If you can help me, and of course, make your... Fuck. If you can help me, and of course, make a few bucks for yourself, that'd be great. Wanted. Again, Gallo or Spielberg. Wanted. Hi-fi. Any and all audio equipment. Amps, speakers, and tubes. Manufactured by Western Electric. Guitars. Valeno guitars. Travis Bean guitars. 1958 to 1970 Rickenbacker basses. 1939 to 1962 Gibson Model Super 400 guitars. Microphones, microphones/Pro Audio. Universal Audio, any and all. Elam 251. Newman U47, M50, KM53, KM56. AKG C12. RCA BK10. I think that's, yeah, BK10. Fairchild SML and F7 phono cartridges. Studer 741 CD burner, 731 CD player. EMT Model 240 reverb. AKG Model BX20 reverb. EMT Model 245 reverb delay. Other items. Mellotron tape racks and tape rack cases. Shirts made by Mr. Fish of London. Shirts and clothes made by Granny Takes a Trip. If you have any of the above items to sell, please use the contact page for correspondence. I fucking love this, dude. I remember this back in the day, a couple of years ago. Merchandise. Actually, no. Let's save the merchandise because that goes to a different site. Let's go to photographs. Music related. Graffiti rock. Now, these are actually probably not terrible, like not incredibly. Oh, you can't even see them. Okay, whatever. Here's a picture with Johnny Ramone and Rick Rubin. That's pretty cool. Snoop Dogg, The Plastics, The Band Gray, which is his band or whatever. John, whatever. I'm feeling it, dude. Artwork, that's going to be gold. Oh. So he doesn't have any pictures in his artwork section of his photo gallery. Magazine editorials under construction. All right. Where's the fucking... Is that gone? Son of a bitch. Is this going to be writing? Yeah. Oh, Andy Kaufman interviews. That might be interesting, actually. Actually, I'm sure this is incredibly interesting. This was a great idea. I shouldn't have gotten drunk for this one. So what should we talk about? This with Anthony Kaufman. Oh, I thought it was Andy Kaufman. Never mind. It's just an interview with him. Whatever. So what should we talk about? Vincent says. What should we talk about? I don't know. I really have nothing to say anymore. This is already uncomfortable. I'm talking to a journalist. I feel the pain coming already. The brutal pain. When one day I should read your edit of whatever I say, because no matter what I say, no matter how I say it, no matter its tone, its frequency range, its decibel level, or the way in which I put the words together, no matter my intentions, and no matter the truth, what I'll read one day will be a chastised, manipulated abortion of your misunderstandings, your manipulations, your agenda, and your amateur use of the English language. Jesus fucking Christ. That's going to be a big one. Oh, man, I am such a fucking lightweight. I'm already feeling it hard. How can I do that if this is a question and answer? You'll edit out the questions that I give answers to that you don't like or you don't feel are important or that offends you or offend anyone who controls your magazine. I will also be stuck answering your questions. Besides, the best interview of Vincent Gallo was done by Vincent Gallo. Ah, fuck me, dude. Goddamn. This rules. The best articles about Vincent Gallo were written by Vincent Gallo. Shit. This was a wonderful idea. Holy shit. The best acting performance of Vincent Gallo was directed and edited by Vincent Gallo from a screenplay written by Vincent Gallo. Even the best photographs of Vincent Gallo were taken by Vincent Gallo. So you see, this is painful for me. God damn it, dude. No, never. Fuck. I'm so fucking... This is going to be a disaster. I love this. So the Anthony Kaufman, let's just call him Andy, asks, this is why my first question was, what do you want to talk about? Because I don't have an agenda here. So Vincent answered, let's talk about what a wonderful president George Bush has been so far. Let's talk about how ridiculous handicapped parking is. Let's talk about why Puerto Ricans think they have think they need to have a parade down Fifth Avenue, or for that matter, why the gays do too. Why isn't the Veterans Day parade down Fifth Avenue? The people who secure our nation get a couple blocks in Brooklyn, while I can't say that word. And I also can't say that word. Get Fifth Avenue. Let's talk about revenge. This is fun as fuck, dude. I love this. Oh, wow. That was at the top of my list. It's a recurrent theme of yours, maybe Buffalo 66 was some sort of revenge on your parents. I love this reporter throwing shade. I'm clearly a small-minded person with my own petty grievances. Hopefully, my work transcends my own petty grievances and small-minded nature. It's best for me to remain small-minded on an emotional level and broad-minded on a conceptual level. This is fucking wild, dude. It doesn't matter whatever it is. Shit. Whatever it is that makes me do my work. Neurosis, obsession, wanting people to like me, wanting my parents to feel bad for underrating me, making a lot of money, power, social status, wanting girls to like me, or just to meet one girl on a job. All of this doesn't matter as long as the work that I do to achieve these small-minded needs is a lot more interesting than me and my reasons for making it. Jesus Christ. This zones, dude. This is getting tough. Oh, Jesus, my light. Oh, no. This is the best, dude. This rules. How's the sound, by the way? Check your Twitter for Mr. Fish of London. I'm never going to show you. I don't give a shit, to be honest. But I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, man, I'm drunk as shit right now. This rules. Was Buffalo 66 an autobiographical then? Was Buffalo 66 autobiographical then? Not at all. It's a very conceptual film with a lot of attention and focus put on its aesthetic sensibility. God damn it, I'm going to run out. I'm not even taking big swigs. He's just fucking such a pompous dick. I love this guy. This guy rules, dude. He's fucking king. Where was I? So there's a lot of aesthetic. I'm drunk as shit. Hell yeah, dude. Although the characters of the mother and father are very much like my mother and father, they could have been like anybody's parents. The concept was to invent two fictional characters that wind up in my parents' house. Here's the point. I feel that when you or anybody else refers to the film as autobiographical, what you're really doing is creating a sense or an idea that I didn't really write the script. It sort of wrote itself. And since I am playing myself, I'm not really acting. And since I'm not really acting, and the script wrote itself, then the film sort of directs itself. Well, it wasn't autobiographical. It's a real screenplay, and a real performance, and a real soundtrack. Oh, fuck me, dude. This guy rules. This guy's the fucking best. Yes, sociopath, maybe BD, whatever the fuck, I don't know. Borderline BPD, that's the word. I'm super fucking wasted now. This guy rules. Where was I? Shit. He sucked his own dick real hard there. A real soundtrack. About this small-mindedness. I'm curious. How do you transcend that? How do you take your head out of this small-minded place to create? You mean, how can I create when I'm focused on petty grievances? How can I then pull away from that pettiness and think it's about more broad-minded things? Well, it's an old habit from childhood. I lived in a very petty environment that I had to deal with, but I always thought of things outside that environment. I've developed the capacity to go back and forth from being easy to antagonize and easily made to feel poorly to thinking in a very focused way about way bigger, more conceptual things. Or spending a lot of time focusing on aesthetics. Did you hear my record? Yes, I thought it was beautiful. Well, fuck, I gotta take one for that too, to be honest. How much of this interview do you think is real? I can't wait. I'm actually now very excited to see this Mr. Fish shirt. Yes, I thought it was beautiful. Well, I only spent about 6 hours of actual recording, but the whole album took about 2 years to make. Most of the time was spent inventing the studio. I had already spent 20 years collecting rare equipment, begging difficult people to fix it in a special way, which is always against the way that they want to do it. Because I have done it because I have to have it done in a certain way. And so most of the time I'm screaming and yelling and throwing things and begging people to sell me things and begging them to fix the right way. And I'm getting depressed because someone fucks it up. He fucks it up and then he fucks it up and then one day it works. And I record a song, hums a few bars. And then someday, and then something breaks again, which breaks, as you know, that's not how you spell it. And then something breaks again, and then I'm back in a bad groove again. So the energy around that recording was very unpleasant, very uneasy, very hectic. I like to think that this is actually the way this guy talks. Like this accent, this affectation, if you will. Very uneasy, very hectic, very painful. He's like Vincent Price. Very aggressive and violent and unhappy and angry and desperate. Really desperate. As if every single thing meant everything. Every detail meant so much. That type of cable, the color of the cable. I wanted all the power lines to be red, and all the microphone cables to be black, and all the patch cables to be brown. There was one patch cable that was black. It bugged me so much. This guy just talks like Orson Welles all the time. That would be fucking great. I wish there was recording of this. I wish there was a fucking... I mean, my dude would use OGG format, definitely. Not even FLAC, but OGG. Where am I? Shit, I can't see straight right now. There's one patch cable that was black. Bugged me so much. It was on a weekend. These kind of stores are closed on Saturday, and Sunday I stopped recording until I changed it on Monday. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know. Ever since my psychiatrist died over a year ago, I have not been doing well. You're serious? You wouldn't lie to me, right? No, I wouldn't. Just I'm getting grander and grander with this characterization of him. I love this. This is my favorite thing I've ever done. No, I wouldn't lie, especially about that. I had a very good doctor named Malcolm Hill. Smartest guy in the world. I don't know why he's British now. I think it's Buffalo. You should be Skinflick. I saw him for about 12 years. I'm going to radically change character. This is a stunning new thing to do. I saw him for about 12 years. Well, maybe I didn't go for about 3 years of it from work and things. About a year and a half ago, his office was closed one day for no reason. A couple weeks later, someone finally returned my messages and told me he was sick. A month after that, there was an announcement on his answering machine notifying everybody that he'd passed away. I never felt such a loss for anyone's death in my life. No one's death could feel that bad to me. The time of his death, I was also having a difficult time in my relationship with my girlfriend. It was the most serious relationship in my life. She was the love of my life. And problems were coming from things that are difficult to explain. Hey, I'm in the union, pal. And eventually, I'm going back to British now. And eventually, my relationship with my girlfriend ended. I haven't been doing well at all because I don't have a constant relationship where I can talk about what I'm thinking and how I'm feeling and how I'm acting. And then the report, you could just do interviews. Fucking love this. No, you don't understand. When I talked to my psychiatrist, Dr. Hill, it never felt bad in the end. It always feels bad in the end doing an interview. Always. And then I think the reporter's getting fed up with it. Is there any room for pleasantness in your life? I have more fun. And I have more things that I like and I care about than anyone else I know. But I also have more things that make me feel unpleasant. I remember when I was 16 years old. And I moved to New York City. I met this square girl and one day went to her house and tried to try and fuck her and her stuff. To try to fuck her and stuff. She was very pretty and clean and nice and she was older. She introduced me to some of her boring college friends going to Brown University. 16, I already owned 4,500 albums. Some of them I worked whole summers to buy. I loved my records. 4,500 records is tons of music to like. One day, I go on this trip, and this girl and her friends, it's the late 70s and the beginning of a really bad radio on the East Coast. We're all driving in a car, and the radio is blasting some shitty music. I make a few comments about the music and beg them to change the channel, telling them, this crappy song is killing me. And they all gave me dirty looks, and one of them says, you're so negative. You don't like anything. And I thought to myself, I don't like anything. I spent every penny I've ever made in my life on records. And because I'm not satisfied with mainstream radio, I'm negative. Does your beautiful white dog have a name? No, she has no name. I thought of calling her the only girl who has never lied to me yet. Speaking of your dog, at this new LP, I was wondering if there was any story about the song called Laura. No. What about my beautiful white dog? I gave the song that title because I wanted her to be included. I didn't even have her when I made the song. So, sometimes I'll start off by beginning with a good title. Jesus Christ, this guy fucking rules. I love this guy so much. Just imagine the guy's like just checking his watch. How did you take Johnny Ramone's death? Johnny Ramone is my best friend. Johnny and Joey have not been friendly or speaking for 15 years, so I never got to know Joey. Anyway, Dee Dee was my favorite in the band, and Tommy seemed to be the brains of the band. Marky sucked. Joey Ramone, though, was clearly one of the most original singers of all time, and he was the sweetest guy, and his death is very sad. I think that's the end. That's the end of that fucking rules, dude. Holy shit. I hope that was all a character, that he just wrote all of that himself. I'm gonna fucking dive into the Vincent Gallo rabbit hole now. Oh, Jesus, this fucking rules. I don't know how much more I can do because I am super drunk. Review of the King Crimson LP, The Construction of Light, by Vincent Gallo, June 2000. Vincent Gallo. Okay. Review of the King Crimson LP, The Construction of Light, by Vincent Gallo, June 5th, 2000. I bought with my own money. Well, money I stole. My first Beatle album in 1967. The Beatles were the perfect band for a 7-year-old to get interested in music. Rock music. By the way, I never liked hippies. I hate hippies, especially pot-smoking hippies. I don't know why I'm doing so much British, because, again, he's from Buffalo. This guy's, like... He just has the air of someone who's adopted the British accent to sound special. Okay, where was I? Marijuana and socialism were the evils of the 20th century. In 1974. Oh, he just has the same... oh, wow. This rules. In 1974. Oh, okay. Okay, now I get it. I'm too drunk. Jesus Christ. In 1974, I bought with my own money, well, money I stole, my first King Crimson album. It was their first album, which had been released 5 years earlier, Court of the Crimson King. Almost 25 years later, I would use a track from the album titled Moonchild in my masterpiece film. Hang on. Jesus. My masterpiece film, Buffalo 66. The song and the album are modern classics. You know, in the 60s and early 70s, people under 25 years old controlled only a small portion of the economy. They didn't spend so much money on things that would be mostly insignificant in their lives. Bands could only sell 100,000 copies of an album and have major impact worldwide. When I say the word impact, I really just mean that if a person, a band, a thing never existed, then the world would be different. Different in a real way. In a way that allowed other people to, in the future, to move forward in their language and ideas, to have capacity to think new thoughts. Ronald Reagan had an impact. So did King Crimson. When I started listening to King Crimson, and some of the better progressive rock bands then, it really felt like the ideas, sensibilities, aesthetics, and certainly the music were complex and very new and had a real relationship with most interesting younger people of the time. Am I just starting? Who am I doing? Who's this character I'm doing? Is this fucking Hannibal Lecter? Jesus. Where was I? Jesus. Where the fuck was I? And really, certainly, all the work that I've done in my life was affected by my... I believe he uses the wrong affected here, by the way. By my experience with music at that time, in a real way. These bands were not trendy. I'm sure Fripp, the guys in King Crimson, the band Yes, and certainly Genesis, had probably idolized several heroes from their childhood. Who knows who their heroes were? I mean, it's not like you could just ask them in an interview or something or read fucking shit about who influenced them. Anyways, it doesn't matter because they were able to transcend all their influences. Probably black people. All their influences. Even their whole ideas about being in a rock band. This guy is the best. A fucking king. When a mini-dwarf rich kid from Nashville like Harmony Korine flies first class and moves to New York City's Soho in his plush safe apartment, running around town quoting Godard with lines like, "Fuck the bourgeois." It's insincere, it's calculated, it's unoriginal. And it's the worst thing in the world. Trendy. He already knows that he and his... Oh, Jesus Christ. This is a nice little insight. He already knows that he and his boring girlfriend, Connecticut Chloe Sevigny, are going to be on the cover of The Face. He knows he'll get his run at the Angelica and be hip in Japan. But no one will ever make an important film because they saw Gummo or Donkey Boy. Oh my god. I'm fucking... I can't even. This is the best thing I've ever... I'm gonna have to take a drink because that is absolutely self-flating. I'm running out of beer. By the way, if you want to donate to the beer fund, and maybe I'll do a just series of people just reading people's bullshit and drinking every time they fucking suck their own dicks. Maybe I'll do that. And if you want to fund that, you can donate to you can look down ko-fi.com, ko-fi.com/right on target. And you can do the beer fund, I guess. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's my niche. The only impact Harmony Korine will have will be on the lives of the girls he slipped... Oh, Jesus. This is an accusation. The girls he slipped drugs to got stoned and raped while they were passed out. An autobiographical scenario he chose to include in his average screenplay, Kids. I'll fuck your ass, Kerry Woods. I don't know that movie, so I don't know what the context of I'll fuck your ass, Kerry Woods is, but that's an amazing line outside of context. The friends who I went to see King Crimson, yes, and Genesis concerts with, were the same friends who were hip enough to go with me to see the Ramones' first gig in Buffalo, and the same friends who later dug Spoonie G. Where do records go now? Where are they? Who buys them? And why do they buy them? Did they listen to them? The whole thing? Or just the song on the radio? And why don't they listen to them anymore? People do a lot of shopping. Shopping to shop. Shop shopping. Shopping shop. Shippity shop shopping. This guy I love this guy so much. I had a storefront on Elizabeth Street one time. For 1 month. As a conceptual joke, I put some items in the window for sale. A one-legged pair of jeans, an empty Evian bottle, a box of dirt, a rotten banana, and an unused, but unwrapped, condom. The store was mobbed and everything sold. Hang on. Jesus, I'm getting sloppy. The new King Crimson album, The Construction of Light, will not have real impact. It is not the best King Crimson record. If I had to choose, I'd have to say that I like the song Intro the Frying Pan best, even though it's the most mainstream track. It's weird when a band that existed outside of the mainstream does an album whose best track is almost a radio song in the year 2000. I love this new character of pompous Vincent Gallo. This is the best thing I've ever done. The Big Schlep, an essay for Dutch Magazine, August 2000 by Vincent Gallo. My family didn't travel much. Biggest trips of my childhood were before I started school. My mother worked every day in her beauty parlor that was in the storefront of our house. My father, who didn't want a job, was stuck with me and dragged me 7 days a week to various racetracks within driving distance of Buffalo. Lots of traveling. And boy, was it fun. I got to starve all day long. And maybe get a hot dog and a cup of warm water while watching my father lose my mother's hard-earned pay. Honestly, I think this could be great as like cold read exercises. I took a trip alone on my bicycle once, as far as I could go, real far, 5 neighborhoods away, to a part of Buffalo called the Fruit Belt. The streets had fruit names, like Banana Street. Let's just say in this neighborhood there were more than a handful of blacks. Actually, I think I was the only whitey there that day. Soon I was mugged, beaten down, and robbed of the only nickel in my pocket by 3 17-year-old black kids. I was 6. When I got home, my father beat me up and told me I was a pussy, I can't say that word, but he did misspell it. I want to point out. He said, "Why didn't I bring them home to rob the whole house?" That was my first trip. I guess you could say traveling's in my blood. As a kid, I had only seen airplanes on TV. I was from boat people. I didn't know anyone who actually went on a plane until I was 16 and living in New York City. I tried to hitchhike there from Buffalo. One fella who gave me a ride tried to blow me, so I made him let me out. I didn't get another lift for 7 hours. It was cold that day. My first airplane ride was to Europe, which is where this, in my headcanon, he got this outrageously lame accent. I went through one of those messenger services where you could go for free if you carry a package on the plane. I was 17 then. It was real easy. All I had to do was sleep at the airport for 4 or 5 days waiting for a package that needed to be carried to someone in Europe. When I got there, all I had to do was find some free food and a place to stay and figure out a way back. Why the hell would poor people travel by plane? Why would anyone? It's such a schlep. A big, nasty schlep. Why would anyone get on a plane unless they were making millions to travel? I really don't get it. People are stinky. And planes are stinky too. They're filled with disease. They're so mean at the airport, and it's expensive and dirty. It's a hassle. A pure hassle and a pure schlep. Who the fuck would fly on an airplane in coach? It's so creepy. A vacation should be Jesus, Amber Heard here. A vacation should be sitting in bed, eating chips and dips, watching TV, and being massaged and blown by a robot. That's vacation. That's traveling. Schlepping overseas makes no sense. It's dumb. Especially to France, which was the first place I went. How much cheese, tobacco, caffeine, wine, and sugar can one filthy French person shove into their bodies in one day? Not even the filthy, polluted air of Paris could cut the stench off of those fermented French assholes. I smoked pot twice in my life. Pot is bad. I don't like it. I don't like pot people. It's evil. And so are all the people who smoke it. When I take over the world, Jesus. I think I've been missing a few too, to be honest. Jesus. This is the greatest thing I've ever read, to be honest. When I take over the world, the first thing I do is to put pot smokers in a room and tape them together. Anyway, because I was a little afraid of flying, some asshole suggested I smoke a joint on the plane, and he gave me one. Jeez. Well, if it isn't someone doing a kind deed, I'm shitting on them publicly. He must have been a pusher. Remember when people could smoke cigarettes on a plane? They'd smoke the whole flight like pigs. Filthy pigs. Thank God they stopped that. Anyway, I went into the bathroom. Of the plane and lit up the joint. Soon, a Beatles song got stuck in my head, and in minutes I was freaking out. I guess it was a month later that I was almost myself again. That was the worst flight of my miserable life. Imagine pot and people in airplanes going to France. 4 wrongs don't make a right, right? Anyway, from France, by train, I wound up in Italy to fly back to New York from Rome. Just because my last name is Gallo and my parents are from Sicily, don't think I relate to those monkeys either. Real Italians are from Buffalo. Okay, we're back to the skin flick. Okay. At one point, the train ride from France to Italy. I'm fucking. Oh Jesus, this is third impact just of my fucking acting talent. At one point, on the train ride from France to Italy, Italian soldiers filled it up, so there was standing room only. I was pressed up against the wall near a window, and something blew into my eye and blinded me. By the time I got to Rome, my eye was swelled up shut. I stayed at the airport half blinded, very hungry, making sad faces till someone offered me food. It was old bread and boy, was it good? except for the green parts. I know what I'm Boston now. I don't know what I'm doing. I am drunk as shit. Jesus. My home flight back to fucking posh. My home flight was on Alitalia. All right, I fucked myself up with pot going to France. I'm already a little edgy about flying. I'm just edgy, you know? I'm having flashbacks, whatever. I'm scared, okay? This was meant to be read. Jesus Christ. This was meant to be read out loud. This is the peak of what this was meant to be. Anyways, I'm scared, okay? I'm not chicken of the plane crashing. Kill me, please. Go ahead. Do a favor. No, I'm just afraid of my own sick mind locked in a plane. Anyway, the flight is overbooked by hundreds. Somehow, 100 people had the same ticket as another 100 people. So they start trying to get people off the plane. I wouldn't budge. After about 3 fucking hours of this shit, they bribe enough dumb travelers off the plane to take off. This guy is a wild trip, so I'm not gonna have any consistency in my accent. Sitting on my right is a fat Italian woman dressed all in black, with her face buried in a black handkerchief, bent over, rocking back and forth, crying for somebody who died. Who knows who? If it were me, I'd be left in my house for 6 months before anyone noticed I was dead. Oh man, I felt that. Somebody would come over to borrow money and they'd find me. They'd be torn between whether they should just empty my pockets or leave or report me dead. Anyways, this old fat-ass lady greaseball makes me real nervous with her rocking back and forth crying. I hate it when chicks cry. They always cry. I didn't do nothing. Seated to my left was another old bastard, an Italian man greaseball. There's a lot of old people in Italy. So I guess because they never work. All they do is eat. God forbid they should work. This is the most fun I've ever had on a stream, to be honest, right now. Check the chat. Yeah. Where am I? Shit. Anyway, halfway through this miserable flight, the old Italian greaseball to my left starts choking and grasping for air. He's convulsing. Some slut stewardesses come over, and eventually one of the monkey pilots come with a medical bag. They cleared about 6 of us away while they work on him. I saw needles go into his chest. The whole thing is clear. I have a bad feeling. Now, there's not one extra fucking seat on this plane. So they prop the old bastard in his chair, facing out the window with some blankets all over him, and they force me to sit back down to him, next to him. I know the guy's dead. He's cold and he's stiff. He's dead. Okay? Dead. They tell me he's just sleeping and he's going to be fine. I fly 4 more hours next to a dead guy and a crying woman. Both stinky. The Italian man, greaseball, still with some drool hanging from his mouth, hanging there, uninvited, like a rubberized, lazy icicle. You know, when I negotiate a contract for an acting job, if I have to fly my whole salary, the job is based on the pain of the flight. If I have to be in Europe, the price is double. If I have to go to South America or some other primitive place, it's triple. You couldn't pay me enough to go to places like Israel or Morocco or Korea or Albania or Spain. For $1 million, I wouldn't even go to Harlem. However, I would consider parts of Austria and Germany. 1408, my dudes. 1408. It's not the actual. My beautiful home is New York City. I used to love coming home to New York City from some horrible traveling. It's sad, though. When I go back to New York now, it's just not the same. How could it be exciting to go back home to a city where a born rich kid lives like that mini dwarf fella date raper Harmony Korine? Wow, this guy really hates Harmony Korine. Jesus. Date raper, which, by the way, it's date rapist, it would be. Mr. Englishman. Mr. Man who has command of the English language is date rapist. And allegedly, Harmony Korine lives. What happened to New York? Remember the old days when a girl like Connecticut, Chloe Sevigny, would be lucky to blow for a living? Oh, Jesus. If you don't know the context of that, in Brown Bunny, Chloe Sevigny, he was dating at the time, I think. She actually blew him on film. Although he says the dick was fake, or he doesn't, or I don't remember the context completely because I'm blasted. But David LaChapelle was just an average purse-snatching fella busboy, coke-whore cleaning up Studio 54. I don't know why I'm giving him such a feminine affectation when he's obviously some kind of like, just, he's a fucking alpha Chad. Jesus Christ. Work in progress. There's not a lot of progress. There's not a lot of progress here. I'm so happy I have a mansion in LA. If that Sephardic Gary Ossery didn't live in LA, it really would be a perfect city. I like driving. I'm in my car and I'm all alone. Or I'm in my car and I'm being blown. Driving alone or being blown. I get some gas, I get some ass. And is this NWA lyrics? And no one with me is smoking grass. I guess not. And if I want to make sure I can pass, if I want to, I sure can pass. Driving all alone. This is Perry's rap. Driving all alone. With no one on my back. Just me alone in my big black Cadillac. Wow, dude, this is great. I'd forgotten how fucking beautiful this was. This might be the end of that, to be honest. That's I don't think we can top that, to be honest. This might be the end of that. We've done an hour. Remember, please donate to ko-fi right on the bottom of the screen. ko-fi.com/right. Jesus, I look so fucking drunk because I am, and I think about it, focus too. ko-fi.com/right on target. That's right with W. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, whatever fucking social media exists of me. Check out the Ding Dong Show Monday nights, 10:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, to around midnight. Then there's the after show on Discord, which is pretty great. Simply Don the Discord. Tomorrow, there is the Don Barris Simply Don the Zoom show, and that's always a fucking fun time, regardless of who's on it. Geez, that was a lot of fun, guys. I cannot lie about that. I think I was out of focus the whole time, but as David Ayer says, by the way, hey boy, buddy, I love Suicide Squad. It's not that guy, unfortunately. I wish that guy followed me too. Hang on, where the fuck? Goddamn. Let's go out to some, I guess, synthwave. Tomorrow I'm probably going to have a stream because I have some Blu-rays coming. So it'll be a bit of an unboxing. I have I can tell you, I have The Man from Nowhere on Blu-ray coming, which is a basically what I call it is a Korean version of Leon the Professional without any pedophile undertones from the lead. It's great. I love Leon, but that shit kind of gets a little creepy. Actually, Man from Nowhere is one of the films I have that is in my quote-unquote 100% club, where it has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes because no one who has seen that movie doesn't enjoy it. Or at least they didn't take the time to review it on a professional level. It's a great film. And also in the same order, I have The Villainous, which is a great Korean action movie as well, which that's kind of a fucking trip. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I said, I saw Tenet, and that was pretty fucking good. It had the kind of braininess of early Chris Nolan films like Memento. Granted, not as effective, I thought, but with the grandeur, the fucking grandness and scale of later shit like Inception, which, well, decent. I really have a soft spot in my heart for Memento as a script, and as Following was great too. Those were very thoughtful types of films, especially Memento in terms of the screenwriting and editing of that film. So I have, and actually, to be honest, The Villainous kind of reminds me of Memento, but like as an action flick, focusing on this female assassin. It's pretty good. I would recommend anyone watch that. Ooh. And then later, probably 2 months from now or so, I have Like a Dragon coming, a French Blu-ray. So hopefully it has English subtitles, but I don't know. But the Takashi Miike adaptation of the Ryu Gagatoku series. Actually, it was really just based on the first game, and barely at that point. It's very loosely based on the first game because it takes a lot of liberties. But it's a fun flick. Takashi Miike is probably the best director to do a Like a Dragon, a Ryuga Gotoku, a Yakuza movie. Because, to be honest, he does a lot of shit involving the Yakuza as an organization. Yakuza Apocalypse is fun as fuck. It's one about a vampire, a Yakuza vampire. And that's real fun. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later. Tomorrow. I don't know what time. I'll make an announcement on Twitter. That's at Right On Target, right with the W. You can check that I'm going to be streaming. I doubt it'll be a drink stream because I don't have the money to afford any more drinks. I've invested a bit more. I mean, I could probably. I have some Bitcoin like funds left allocated to. But whatever. Anyways, I'm going to probably head out right now. Let's find a good thing to head out to. You know what? Here we go. One sec. This is something, if any of you guys know of Red Letter Media, which is fucking a great little, not little, it's actually quite large, a review channel. They actually also do little short films, not short films, they do feature films now. They had one with Patton Oswalt in it, Space Cop, which, stupid, but fun. But this is one of their fans made this video, and it's pretty cool. So I'll leave you at this. So yeah, peace out.
Stop.
Actually, wait, hang on. For the few of you that are still here, I do want to promote. I have this. I was shooting with a friend of mine, a little short film, and we're about to finish production probably this coming week. But it's called Complex, so be on the lookout for that. I've gotten as the cameraman, the DP, I've gotten some pretty good shots from it, so I think it's gonna be really good. The script is actually like, it's an interesting script. It's a pilot, and it's obviously a pilot, so I don't truly know where it's going yet because I haven't seen the story Bible yet, and I know there's only 2 people left, and I've already said my outro. But be on the lookout for a little short film called Complex, and I've posted some pre-production shots on my Instagram at Right On Target. But yeah, it's going to be good. So yeah, back to this. I will see you guys later.
Very cool. boy.